Mental lessons Rich Dad taught me was the difference between an asset and a liability. He made it very simple. He said, an asset is something that puts money in your pocket. This is a very clear and practical definition. Assets generate income for you. They work for you. They are the things that help you build wealth over time. The more assets you acquire, the more your money works for you, and the less you have to work for money. This concept is central to achieving financial independence. Examples of assets include businesses that don't require your presence. These could be businesses you own but have managers running them effectively. Another example is stocks or bonds that pay dividends or interest. Real estate that generates rental income is also a powerful asset. Intellectual property like royalties from a book or a patent can also be an asset. These things bring money into your household regularly. Focusing on acquiring these types of assets is what the rich do. They spend their lives building their asset column. Rich Dad emphasized that you need to understand the cash flow pattern of an asset. When you own an asset, money flows towards you. Think of it like a tree that bears fruit. You plant the tree, acquire the asset, and it keeps giving you fruit, income, year after year. Your goal should be to collect as many fruit-bearing trees as possible. This income from your assets can then be used to buy more assets, creating a cycle of growing wealth. This is how you get money to work hard for you. It is important to know that what some people think are assets are not always assets by Rich Dad's definition. The key is the direction of cash flow. If it puts money in your pocket, it is an asset. If it takes money out, it is something else. Many people are confused about this. They buy things they believe will make them wealthy, but these things actually make them poorer. Understanding this simple definition of an asset is the first step toward building a strong financial foundation and achieving financial freedom. Section 5. Lesson 4. Understanding liabilities, the things that eat you. Just as it is crucial to understand what an asset is, it is equally important to understand what a liability is. Rich Dad's definition of a liability was just as simple and clear as his definition of an asset. He said, a liability is something that takes money out of your pocket. Liabilities cost you money. They drain your resources. They make you work harder because you have to pay for them. The poor and middle class often acquire liabilities thinking they are assets. This is a major reason why they struggle financially. Common examples of liabilities include things like car loans, credit card debt, and mortgages on personal residences that are primarily for living in, not generating income. While a house is often called an asset, your primary residence, according to Rich Dad, is often a liability because it takes money out of your pocket every month for the mortgage, property taxes, insurance, and maintenance. It doesn't generate income unless you rent out part of it, for example. Expensive toys like boats or luxury items bought on credit are also liabilities. The cash flow pattern of a liability is the opposite of an asset. When you own a liability, money flows away from you. Think of liabilities as holes in your bucket. No matter how much water or money you pour into the bucket, it keeps leaking out. The more liabilities you have, the more holes you have, and the faster your money disappears. This forces you to work harder and harder just to keep up. The rich focus on minimizing their liabilities and maximizing their assets. This is how they build and maintain their wealth. Many people get into financial trouble because they buy liabilities that they think are assets. They buy a big house or a fancy car to look rich. But these things actually make them poorer because of the ongoing expenses. Rich Dad taught me that an important part of financial intelligence is being able to distinguish clearly between an asset and a liability. Once you understand this difference, you can start making financial decisions